Hillary Clinton has been named as the, quote, murder suspect in the death of top UFO researchers by this entity, by Russia. An astonishing investigative committee report circulating in the Kremlin names U.S. presidential candidate Hillary Clinton as a suspect and accomplice in the mysterious deaths of two top UFO researchers who were in direct correspondence with her chairman, John Podesta, who himself has previously been linked with having ties with the Russian mafia. This has all come out from the recent WikiLeaks dumps, especially the dump concerning disclosure. For those who thought Podesta email revelations regarding UFOs were the most important item this week about disclosure, think again. Joseph Farrell has found disclosure gold in them thar hills of the internet with his amazing release. So rumors that shock and awe was really about Saddam's possible space portals and desire to restore the glory of ancient Babylon may have been true if the current Iraqi transportation minister is correct in his country, that his country was home to extraterrestrial spaceports some 7,000 years ago. Going back to this article, according to the report, the investigative committee is the main federal investigating authority in Russia, answerable only to President Putin, and whose crime investigation center on combating corruption among the various police and intelligence forces of the Federation, most specifically in infiltration of these public bodies by the Bravta, brothers or brotherhood, who in Western culture are often referred to as the Russian mafia. The largest of these criminal organizations is the Solntsevskaya Bravta, who work closely with the Moscow-based Taganskaya crime syndicate, the Tamboy Gang, whose illegally gained monies are laundered through many Russian and European and American banks by the Podesta Group, that is headed by Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta's brother, Tony Podesta. In late July of 2016, the IC investigators received the Ministry of Defense report relating to the downing of an Indian Air Force plane struck by what was believed to be a Vimana, the ancient flying machines of India. So the Indian Air Force plane struck by what was believed to be a Vimana that was accelerating towards Antarctica in the Southern Ocean. And the report of July 26, Timewell event, downs Indian military plane as Russian forces go on high alert. Most concerning to IC investigators about the information provided to them by the Ministry of Defense was its detailing the mysterious deaths of two internationally known UFO investigators, whom the foreign intelligence had previously identified as having considerable amount of electronic communications with Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta. The UFO investigators who were killed after communications with John Podesta were Gauri Tiwari and Max Spears, with Spears in 2013 having warned from information he received from John Podesta that, quote, race wars would be sparked in the U.S. in order to generate chaos and whose agenda involved creating problems and bringing in a solution, in essence, the New World Order, end quote. As to why Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta, was in communication with these UFO researchers was due to his lifelong fascination with UFOs and aliens, but became greatly concerning to Hillary Clinton this past spring after he told a CNN reporter on April 7th that the American people could handle the truth about aliens. In other words, he was talking about having disclosure. And the following day, April 8th, the Washington Post wrote an article about him titled, The Long, Strange History of John Podesta's Space Alien Obsession. After the Washington Post published their article on John Podesta and his love and attraction of UFOs and aliens, SVR intelligence analysts reported to the IC that Hillary Clinton became alarmed and enraged over his communicating with UFO researchers Gaurav Tiwari and Max Spears, and especially with Spears, who Podesta had confided the most secret plans Hillary Clinton was going to use to destroy America. After Hillary Clinton ordered her campaign chairman, John Podesta, to immediately break off all contact with both Gowri Tiwari and Max Spears, Spears' mother, Vanessa Bates, reported to the British press that he, quote, was set to expose a government cover-up, end quote, and that 2 days before his mysterious death, he sent a text to her warning, quote, "Your boy's in trouble. If anything happens to me, investigate," end quote. On June 15, this report grimly notes, Max Spears was found dead while staying at a friend's house in Warsaw, Poland, and 3 weeks later, July 7th, Gaurav Tiwari likewise was discovered dead in his home in New Delhi, India, with IC and SVR intelligence analysts noting both of these mysterious deaths occurred while known enforcers or hitmen of the John Podesta-linked Tanganska crime syndicate were also at both of these locations when these deaths took place. With Max Spears' mother stating that no reason has been given for her son's mysterious death, quote, "They are also refusing to release any paperwork about it to me because, absurdly, I don't have his written permission," end quote. The report continues, IC investigators have initially determined that both Spears and Gaurav Tiwari's mysterious deaths are probable homicides committed by the Tanganska crime syndicate on the orders of Hillary Clinton and or John Podesta. Stunningly, the report further notes the death of NASA astronaut Edgar Mitchell, the sixth man to walk on the moon, earlier this year after he had likewise communicated with Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman John Podesta, and in a recently released secret Hillary and Clinton email told Podesta, who at that time was the counselor to President Obama, that aliens want to help mankind, that fear our violent tendencies, that the Vatican knows about the existence of extraterrestrials, and directly told Podesta, quote, "Because the war in space race is heating up, I felt you should be aware of several factors as you and I schedule our Skype talk," end quote. This report concludes by noting that persons like Hillary Clinton and John Podesta, named by the IC as suspects and accomplices in homicides, may not be guilty of these crimes, and that by their naming a person as such is meant only to ensure their cooperation in the investigation until a final determination is made by the federal prosecutor, but which may not be possible in Hillary Clinton's case if Donald Trump wins the US presidency. I'll leave a link below for you for this.